We know exactly why Real Madrid and Barcelona are so eager to launch the European Super League, and the reasons are very selfish with a dash of insecurity. Like a bad stain that wouldn't go away no matter how many times you wash it, the European Super League is back.
This breakaway group of teams, this is a war on football.
Let's dive right in and talk about a subject that's as controversial as the VAR these days. About 2.5 years ago, shockwaves were sent across the football planet after it emerged that 12 of the biggest teams in Europe were conspiring to launch a breakaway football league that only cared about the biggest and the richest teams in Europe. Pandemonium ensued the moment it was found out that the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, Manchester United and a host of other clubs were secretly plotting to commit an act so devastating that it would shake the very fibre of football as we know it. Thankfully, fans of these teams are not as soulless as the owners of these clubs. Riots took place, with Manchester United fans leading the charge. Ultimately, 9 out of 12 clubs were forced to withdraw their support, with the much-maligned United CEO Ed Woodward forced to resign. FIFA and UEFA banned clubs from participating in the breakaway competition, and that was that. With their heads hanging in shame following a spectacularly unsuccessful coup d'etat, we all forgot about the Super League. But little did we know about one truth of life. A man can die, but an idea will live on. And that's exactly what happened. Earlier in December, a ruling from the European Court of Justice stated that football's governing bodies abused their position and even called the rules created by FIFA and UEFA as unlawful. Hours later, a new European Super League proposal was released. Naturally, it was going to attract as much attention as it did the last time around. But this time, the reaction from most of the clubs was very swift. The likes of Manchester United, Arsenal, Bayern Munich, and others released statements, ensuring the public and whoever was listening that they had no plans of participating in the breakaway competition. A22, the management organization that brought the big bucks, had a rather hardline stance towards the league initially, but the new format included 64 teams that will be divided into 3 divisions. It also includes 32 women's teams, broken down into 2 leagues. There are promises of guaranteed revenues, solidarity payments, and a state-of-the-art digital streaming platform that would be free for all. While most of the big clubs have decided to keep their distance, Real Madrid and Barcelona have been very vocal about their support. The new verdict has been welcomed by the president of Real Madrid, Florentino Perez, who says that this is a before and after moment of European football, whatever that means. Perez says that the ESL aims to end the monopoly of UEFA and FIFA and will help attract more fans across the globe. Barcelona have echoed similar sentiments, while Aurelio De Laurentiis, the president of Napoli, feels that the time is right for a change. So, for now, we have Real Madrid, Barcelona, Lazio and Napoli, who are quite eager to be a part of this league. The rest of the clubs have decided to maintain their distance, regardless of how much money could be on offer. So, why is it that the Premier League clubs have rejected the second coming of this league? The answer is simple. Unlike most of the leagues in Europe, the Premier League has been a very profitable business, and if things are managed better, even those teams that rarely get to play in Europe end up making good money. With broadcast revenue expected to continue rising in the coming years, and streaming giants also eager to pay the big bucks, Premier League teams don't necessarily need to be part of the Super League. The same, however, cannot be said about the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona, because these 2 teams have experienced things they were never used to. There was a time when the 2 giants of Spanish football got their way all the time, whenever they wanted to sign a particular player. And while they do remain an attractive destination for top players, it's not as intense as it used to be. On top of that, broadcast revenue isn't that great either, and pales in comparison to what a mid-table side in the Premier League makes. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the reason why Real Madrid and Barcelona are so eager to launch the European Super League. The fact that these 2 simply cannot compete with the Premier League when it comes to creating a product that attracts masses of viewers every week is something these 2 cannot digest. The Premier League, at the end of the day, is the most watched football league in the world, and it's a brand that engages with the audience like no other. This is something Real Madrid and Barcelona cannot compete with. As ex-Bayern Munich CEO Karl-Heinz Rummenigge said, these two clubs want to damage the Premier League through the Super League. It is true that the European Super League, with its millions in guaranteed payments, can give the Premier League a run for its money. However, for the league to be successful, the league needs to have Premier League teams in it. And this is where we once again go back to why the Premier League clubs aren't that interested in it. There's a saying that goes, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. And that's exactly what clubs from England feel about the top division. But how does it affect the Champions League? To be honest, it doesn't. Not for now anyway. According to UEFA President Alexander Ceferin, UEFA will not try to stop the league because he knows that the league needs to have a bucket load of teams to mean something. For now, with 2 or 3 teams, it looks more like a ménage à trois of greedy sides who don't like to see others reach their level. All in all, the most recent press release from the ESL still rings hollow because at present, no club seems to be interested or bold enough to join Real Madrid and Barcelona and bring what still seems like a half-cooked idea to life. So guys, this was our take on the rise and eventual fall of the European Super League. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and before you leave, make sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons, turn on your notifications, and watch this next video. Till next time.